Welcome back, Spartans. So we got a video to talk about, and I know I'm 2 weeks late, way over 2 weeks late probably on this video, but I don't care because this video, the first time I saw it, got me so excited, and I really wanted to share my thoughts on this video, and it touches your heart and gives you the feels in so many ways, and it just makes you want to be a kid again, or it makes you feel like a kid again. And that's why I can't wait for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee to come out. And so, but let's go ahead and talk about the video first and some of the things we see there. And then there's some things to kind of address because there's quite a split in the community. But I'll talk about that after the fact. And if you see my face cam square, whatever, bigger than normal, is because I don't know how copyright works. I'm still not sure. I mean, I've been pretty okay. No, I haven't really been hit by my other previous talkovers on these videos, but I don't want to risk anything. So obviously this is muted, and I have my face cam like kind of hitting this corner here, so that way it doesn't seem like I'm showing the exact same video. But if you're gonna watch the whole thing in the entirety of it, obviously go to the either the Pokemon channel, YouTube channel, or the Pokemon.com website. They have the videos posted there, and go ahead and watch the whole thing. Because if you guys already know, I kind of like pause and rewind and talk about some things here as I go through these. So let's go ahead and get started. So that whole little Nintendo Switch Lego. Although I will say, I'm a little upset. They didn't do the whole Pikachu thing, Pikachu coming out of his little corner, and he does like the whole Pikachu, the whole Pokemon thing. I'm just saying, I'm used to that. This, look at it. Look at how Moltres is. Moltres is so fierce, and the thing is, he's circling you around, right? So we're gonna see this again later, but he's sizing you up. He's like, okay, you found me. Do you think you want to capture me? You think you got what it takes? And you're just like, what is this? Like, I just want to see that part again. Just that. Look at him. Look at him. Like, oh yeah, okay, never mind. Your face is like, oh, I'm ready. Like, I'm gonna catch you. All right. So this video focuses a little bit on the connection between Pokemon Go and obviously the Pokemon Let's Go game, and what how are these two going to interact, basically? What do you get out of playing these two? So it's going to focus on the Go Park, which is good because we haven't gotten any information really about Go Park other than, there's several tiers to it and that you can deposit Pokemon from here. So you connect with Pokemon Go, you transfer Pokemon over, which is pretty cool. Like, that's just awesome to see. Like, just all those wild Pokemon. You got Poliwhirl, Dragonite, Persian, Golem. Back here is Onix. I'm going to assume that's a Poliwrath. Yeah, it's a Poliwrath. There's your Alolan Pokemon. Almost all of them, right? We're just missing Alolan Ninetales because there's Rattata, Raticate, Vulpix, Meowth, Grimer, oh my gosh, Golem, Sandslash. We're missing like Alolan Geodude, Alolan Graveler, and Alolan Persian, and that Alolan Ninetales. But that's pretty cool to see. Good to, I like that they're including the Alolan forms in here. And then it looks like, so if I remember correctly, I think you're supposed to, if you collect like 25 of a certain Pokemon, you can go to Pokemon Go Park and play a mini game, and you can earn candies. Now, what these candies do is boost up certain stats. So I guess this one you're rescuing Pikachus from Golem. I guess he does like some sort of like dig or some sort of rollout attack maybe. It looks like dig, I think. Might be chasing that Pikachu, and then you have to like take him here to the center to be rescued. So the candies, there's like certain candies for certain stats, and I thought I was going to show there in a second, but like you have like speed stat, obviously your special attack and things like that. So you have candies that match with that, and then you get to boost up your Pokemon that way. All right, now in here I think they show off a couple of the exclusive moves. Okay, so here's the only thing I'm not sure of is the CP. Like, what exactly does that do for your Pokemon? Like, if this is all here, then why do we have CP? So I'm very curious, like, what that is going to do for your Pokemon. Because even if, like, let's say you add all these up, right? So 3, that's 600. That doesn't nowhere near 2,000. Not even 1,000. So what is the CP for? I'm curious. I want to know. Okay, so here we go. Yeah. So here's your candies. So you can power up your Pokemon by battling or using these candies. So you have Rare Candy, Mighty Candy, Courage Candy, Smart Candy, Quick Candy, Healthy Candy, Tough Candy, Quick Candy again. Oh, Large probably? I wonder if that's what that L means. Large. Okay, so maybe it boosts it up like even more. Maybe instead of like a +1, it's like a +2 or maybe +3. Okay, so that might be there. So that's gonna be kind of cool to use. I've never really been one to like really beef up stats. I've never gone into the whole competitive battling where you do like the IV and the EV training. It's just never was my thing. But this one, I might consider it, considering I play Pokemon Go, not like excessively, but quite occasionally. At this point, I've lost track of time and I just don't pull my phone out enough for it. But yeah, this might be kind of cool to do. What else we got here? So Pikachu got stronger, so that added to the speed stat. Did that add to the CP as well? Wait, let me double check. Yeah, it increased the CP as well. Okay, so beefing up the stats contributes to his CP. Again, I want to know what that means. I wonder if it's like an overall sum of like, hey, if you don't want to look at every single stat, boof, this is what your Pokemon overall power is. I guess that's my assumption. All right, transfer extra Pokemon to earn more candies. Oh, okay. I think this is where you actually, it's maybe not a mini game. It's like you deposit 25 and you get a certain amount of candy, and you get a decent amount of candy. It looks like. So usually you don't see stats go over so high at certain levels like that. The way Pikachu had it with like over 100 in almost every category. Was that Eevee? Yeah, it's very odd to see that, but I guess if you're getting so much candy, it's doable. 3 mighty, 3 tough. I'm guessing that's attack, strength, courage. I don't know what that would be. Quick candy, obviously speed. Courage. Special attack, maybe? So there's that. And then they go on to talking about legendary Pokemon, and they show all 3 legendary Pokemon. And you, wait, let's just watch a little bit of it. So there's Articuno. I'm most excited for that. Zapdos looks pretty chill. And Moltres is like the most fierce. They're doing Moltres justice. All right, so essentially what you're going to be able to do, and this makes sense, for a legendary Pokemon, you have to defeat them in order for you to get a chance to capture them. That makes sense. Like, yeah, people are upset about the whole losing, Pokemon battles, but if you think about it, I mean, if you're struggling to get a Rattata, do you feel like you earn catching that Rattata? Probably not. But for legendary Pokemon, yeah, I mean, it makes sense that they're challenging you. They're making sure that you're worthy, so you have to defeat them in a battle. So that gives you the opportunity to capture them. So I'm wondering if that's also going to be for Snorlax too, because if that's for Snorlax, then I really dig the way they're going about this. And obviously Mewtwo is probably going to be the hardest one. So here we see a Scyther up against a Moltres, which I don't know why they have to use weak Pokemon, like type weakness against it. It is. And then obviously, does it show it here? Okay, so it doesn't show it there, but you do, I mean, there is a chance obviously of not being able to capture it. I'm curious if it also has a chance to run away, because if it does, then what does that mean if you don't catch it this first time around? Do you have to, is it going to be like, I think, is it Fire Red Leaf Green, where you get a second chance at them after you beat the Elite Four, in case you didn't capture them the first time? I don't know if it's going to be like that, or if it's just like going to stay in that capture mode until you run out of Pokeballs. But then what happens? Like, can you get more Pokeballs on the fly like that? Probably not. So there's obviously a lot more questions that need to be answered, but I like the fact that you have to defeat them in order for a chance to capture them. It just makes sense in my head. All right. And then we get, again, that footage with Mew that we've already looked at last time. Can be almost taught any move. That was what, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, and that's pretty much it. So let me keep it to, oh, that was the image right there. That was the moneymaker right there. He's just sizing you up. I love that shot. So again, there is still a lot of hate for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Now I probably will make a whole nother video about that topic, and because I'm thinking about it right now, I really don't want to get into it. But the overall thing is that you guys have to, or just people have to understand that this is a game that can be played by anyone, and is a way to bring the community together in the sense of us veteran players who've been playing Pokemon since 20 some odd years ago, 20 years ago I think actually at this point, and us being like the mentors for the new kids on the block, the new people that are trying to wanting to play Pokemon Go, and be like, hey, let's help you out here. This is how you do it. This is what we used to do back in the day. And if they don't have a mentor, then obviously this game is set up to be really easy in some cases, where it has you doing these certain quests. Your rival, I think, tells you what to do. Again, I'm just kind of pulling from what I'm hearing from other people that actually play the game. It's very, as they call it, I don't like to say it, but they call it hand-holdy. I get it, because it's an introductory game. It's a platform that is supposed to bring everyone together to relive what it's like to play Pokemon at its core, because this is what we had when we played Red and Blue. We didn't have all this EV, or we didn't have like all this super boost training. We didn't have these different Pokeballs like Lure Ball and Dive Ball and Quick Ball and all that. We didn't have all these different like shiny chaining combos, and this is supposed to bring us back to the basics, because I think Pokemon has gotten so what's the word I'm looking for? Not diluted, not convoluted, just so complex and overgrown in certain features that we just forgot what Pokemon, I think, was meant at the very basic of it. And I think maybe this was Game Freak's way of not necessarily just bringing new players into the franchise, but reminding everyone, hey, this is what Pokemon was always meant to be like, and we want you guys to remember that. So a lot of people are very worried that this is going to affect the 2019 game. Again, I think I'm going to go into a whole nother video about this, because it's just ridiculous, some of the things that are being said. And I get the concerns. I really do. But if you get the understanding of this is an introductory game, then there shouldn't be any more bashing on this game. But there's still people that are. They're like, oh yeah, I totally get it. But this is dumb. This is just as ridiculous. This is stupid. Blah, blah, blah. And like, I don't know. I just feel like we have to kind of watch out what we say, especially since we're in an age where people just like to feed on the negative stuff and blow that out of proportion, as opposed to focusing on the positive stuff. I am extremely positive about this game. I think it's going to be an amazing game. I think it's going to bring us back to a moment in our lives where we were that kid that loaded up Red and Blue for the very first time and was like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm loving that I have this little guy as my partner and we're going on this adventure together. And I really think that's what this game is going to do for a lot of us, if not all of us. So let me know down in the comment section if you guys are just as hyped about this game as I am. I'm super excited. I cannot wait. It's like, 2 months, basically a month and a half until it releases. I am so ready for this, and hopefully I'll most likely have my game capture, so that way I can upload some of my Let's Plays on YouTube for you guys, in case you want to check that out. And yeah, all right, so that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, all the other YouTube stuff, and then do all the other stuff you guys gotta do. I'll see y'all in the next video.